the Chinese incursion. Hey everybody, I'm Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. I'd like to talk about a topic today that some people know a little bit about, some people may know a lot about. I don't know a ton about it, but I've heard whisperings. I know some things are facts. I know some of it is just hearsay, but let's get into it. The Chinese incursion. I got an email that there are Chinese troops training in Canada. Okay, that may be the case. I've also heard that there are secret Chinese police stations in a lot of our major cities. I wouldn't doubt it. I know they're here. Of course they're here. Of course they have spies. Of course they're gathering intel. Of course they're here. We know that for a fact. I mean, we're there, they're here. Same with a lot of other countries have intelligence agents in this country and assets in this country. One thing I do know, I remember in the news, I don't even know how long ago, it was a long time ago, maybe even 20 plus, 25 years ago, I remember there's this big deal in the news, newspapers and stuff, about the Chinese company Costco, not Costco, but Costco. They had brought over some short-range missiles and had them in their warehouses in a port in Long Beach, California. You could probably look it up. You'd probably still find out about it. That was a big deal. The fact that they were bringing missiles here and pre-staging them, and we caught them, which is a good thing. I don't doubt that they would be trying to pre-stage some assets here. I mean, that's common sense. Are they trying to undermine our companies? Yes. Industrial espionage? Yes. Guaranteed they're here. What kind of threat is this to us? Well, it is a major threat. We know that they are doing cyber attacks. We know that they are trying to undermine us. We know about all the things, the fake Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, all those platforms, the fake videos and the fake posts to undermine our political system. Of course, to undermine and influence our elections. Yeah, I mean, come on, of course they're doing that. If anybody believes we're not doing the same thing, then they're crazy. This goes on, it's a back and forth, people. Everybody does it. Do we have secret agents and assets in every other country in the world? Probably. Most, yes. Now, how much of a threat is it to us? Their assets here in the United States are probably not that much of a threat. Just because they couldn't realistically get enough assets here pre-staged to really do any damage. But they could have pre-staged assets here to undermine our infrastructure, to attack our infrastructure, small little cells of fighters, of saboteurs. Yes, combine that with either an EMP and a cyber attack, or both, sure. But are the Chinese really interested in doing that? What is the United States to China? The United States to China is their number one customer. We are. The United States, us here in the United States, we purchase and consume more goods from China than any other country in the world. So do they really want to undermine us that much? I don't think so. I think they need us. Because unfortunately, a lot of things we use, a lot of things we buy, a lot of things we consume are from China. That is where their strength is, their economic strength. You could say their military strength based on the numbers of assets that they have, the people that they have. Well, sure. And their technologies are all ever increasing. Look at their version of our stealth fighter they stole the plans for. Look at a lot of their military assets. And you can see exactly where they're getting them from. They're getting them from Russia, from Great Britain, from Germany, from us, mainly us, I would say, but they're getting them from a lot of different countries. They have a very good intelligence gathering network. So how much of a military threat are they to us? I personally think they are on the lower end of military threat to us by themselves. But if they teamed up with, say, Iran, North Korea, Russia, any of the other countries out there that hate us, there's a lot of other countries out there that hate us, then they could pose a viable military threat. I just don't think that they are strong enough individually, themselves. Their economic strength has been weakened, especially as of late. Fact is, there are Chinese assets here in the United States. Do they have secret police stations? Maybe. I don't know if I would call them police stations, but I would say cells and intelligence operatives. Yes. How does it affect us as preppers? That's what I don't want to just talk, if you know me for any length of time, I don't want to just talk about what the issues are and what's going on. I also want to talk about solutions. What do we do about it? Well, in this situation, there really isn't much we can do about it. We, as preppers, I assume you're a prepper if you're here watching Asymmetrical Preparedness, we are proactive, not reactive. We think ahead. We try to stay a step or two or three ahead of the golden horde, ahead of the masses, ahead of the sheeple, the people out there that have no clue. We prioritize our preps and our prepping plans to keep us ahead, to keep us prepared and ready for what is coming. So my recommendation, my advice is to keep prepping, stocking that food, stocking that water, getting those freedom seeds, tools of freedom. Because if we stay strong as a nation and have lots of freedom tools and freedom assets, freedom-related assets, that is one of our strengths. There is a very misquoted quote out there. I believe people believe that Admiral Yamamoto said it. I forget which Japanese admiral. The misquote is, you're not going to attack the United States because there's a rifle behind every blade of grass. Look it up. He didn't say that. It's a misquote. But the fact remains, we are a very heavily armed society, unlike the rest of the world. So we do have strength in that. That strength is supposed to be against domestic and foreign threats. We have let the creeping loss of our freedoms happen. We have. We've been complacent. They are winning. The people that want to take away our freedoms are winning. So we need to take a stand. What do I mean? Do I mean gear up, let's go guys? No, it's not what I mean. That's not the time for it. But organize locally. Your mutual assistance groups, your tribes, your teams, your tactical training group, your homesteading group, whatever it may look like for you. Get involved. Don't play along with the game. A lot of this stuff out there is an agenda driven by those that like and want to control us. They have the money, they have the power, they have the control, and they get off on it. If you're like me, I don't want to be controlled. I believe in free will. So be uncontrollable, be unafraid, be strong, stay in the fight. Have a wonderful day, and blessings to you and yours.